Ryan United is a nonprofit organization. It was founded in 2003 in memory of my brother Ryan. Who was 8 years old, playing in our backyard in Libby, Montana, when he was abducted by a repeat sex offender. And he was 8 years old at the time, and he was in our backyard 1 minute and gone the next. We looked for Ryan for a couple days before they discovered his body. And the guy that took Ryan was just out of prison, not even 90 days, for another crime against a child when he took Ryan. So we formed the organization to bring awareness to communities, to keep communities safe, to train law enforcement, and really to bring everybody together when it comes to overall community safety. So that's what Ryan United is. After my brother's abduction and murder, we came together as a family and knew that something had to be done. In fact, I went into law enforcement not too long after he was abducted and spent 18 years as a Montana law enforcement officer. Trying to help other people, trying to help communities, trying to help people be safe, trying to help victims recover. Our mission with Ryan United is to keep communities safe, and that's why our partnership with NorthWestern Energy is so important. You know, I always tell people it's about involvement, being involved in your community, knowing what your resources are when it comes to keeping your kids safe, when it comes to keeping yourself safe. What can you do? And it's something that people have to actively be involved in. But mostly what people can do is just watch out for each other. And if they see something that doesn't look right, they need to act on that. We always teach know and tell. So if you know that something's not right, you should probably tell somebody, report it to law enforcement. But really it takes a community to keep our kids safe and to keep each other safe. So being actively involved and knowing what your resources are.
It goes really slow, so now you gotta fix it.
This day and age is, technology has boomed, and really what people need to be aware of is not only safety, when you're walking down the street, but also safety when you're on the computer, when you're on your cell phone, because now today's type of predator is behind the keyboard. They're no longer behind a bush. They're on the computers. There's different ways that people can become lured online without even really knowing that they're being lured. So, knowing what technology is, how it works, is all key to keeping safe when it comes to technology. Sitting down with your kids, knowing what they're doing online, knowing who they're talking to on their phone or texting, have that conversation. Take a little bit of time every week with your kids to see what they're doing. And that communication will help keep them safe. Yeah, NorthWestern Energy is a key partner to keeping communities safe. They're all over. They're in the community. They're seeing stuff, and we want employees to know that if somebody approaches them as a trustworthy individual in the community, that they know what to do. That they take it seriously. They call 911. They get law enforcement involved if something is reported to them. So really, that's what we want NorthWestern Energy to become, is a partner with us in keeping the community safe. I think the key things that we've seen in the cases we've been involved in, especially when it comes to missing children, is after the child's recovered, we find out that somebody did see something and they didn't say anything because they didn't think it was important. They saw something out of the ordinary. I think of the J.C. Lee Dugard case and how many people saw her and knew where she was, but nobody said anything. So those are all things that I think that we see in these cases that are the most obvious, is that somebody knew something, but they didn't tell. Well, first of all, the immediate thing is if they need help, if they've been approached by somebody, the best thing to do is get law enforcement involved right away. Not to spare any time. If somebody approaches you as an employee of NorthWestern Energy and says, I need help, get law enforcement involved. Pick up the phone, call 911, get them involved right away. Some of the resources that NorthWestern Energy employees can use is our pocket reference that we'll be giving them that says, if this happens, then you do this. Kind of outlines really what we would like to see the employees do if they're faced with a situation. And like I said before, calling that 911, getting police involved right away. But other things, what are resources that they can use every day? If they're in a community function and somebody says, my child got a weird email, we'd like the employee to be educated enough to say, well, this is what you do. These are some steps, or these are some resources. Also going to Ryan United's website at ryanunited.org and visiting some of the different resources that we have available through our national partners about online safety, about stranger danger, things like that they can educate themselves on and really talk to other people in the community about.
I'm proud that it's our employees who live and work in the communities across our service area who will be stewards of safety to help Ryan United's success. Thank you.